So, like I was saying, the story about the fig tree. Jesus walks by, he says, how long has this fig tree not produced? How long has it not done what it was supposed to do? The fig tree is already cursed. It cannot what? Produce. Why is it not producing? It is stunted in growth. So he cursed it again and told it to die. And the next day, the tree was dead. We are living in a season where if I cannot sit up here and they cannot say, okay, Miss Brown, she sat up there and she did everything she can to have, and she did everything she can to prosper, and she did everything that God has called for her to do, and she did what she was supposed to do. Can I resemble to that the same thing as that fig tree? God, I produce no fruits, but I did everything that you have called for me to do. I produced no harvest, but I did everything that you called for me to do. I produced no rewards, but I did everything that you called for me to do. Can I still be forced to lay down and die? You have to be careful in these seasons with the way things are and the way things is. We really have to start now lifting up a standard and saying certain things I will not partake in. Certain things I will not allow people to do to me. Certain things I will not affiliate myself with, because we're dealing with wicked times. And in wicked times, blessed can become cursed. And cursed can become blessed. You get what I'm saying? And my curses, like, people looked at me my whole life and they were like, oh, you're very conservative with yourself, you don't go party with us, you won't hang out with us, you won't turn up with us, you this, you that, and stuff like that. But at the same time, I have seen people sit up there and use me as a sacrifice because I'm holy. I have seen them use me like a lamb and sacrifice my life because you didn't want to do what I did. You didn't want to live how I lived. I lived the holy life. I sat up there and I did what God called for me to do. I sat up there and I worked hard. I sat up there. I did not party. I did not drink. I did not smoke. Yes, I had my demons. My demon was me sitting up there dating guys. And that's another thing I got to talk to you guys about and you young women about. Okay, you're in love with a man, but you commit all these sins with this person. You commit all these sins with this man or this woman. Are you ready to bear the demons of that man and that woman? You got them saying it flamboyantly. There was a guy, I'm listening to the song. He said, let me put my demons on you. What kind of demons do that person bear? That you would want to intertwine souls with this person, be sexually active with this person, sin with this person, go through with this person, have problems with this person, and stuff like that. We're dealing with some wicked seasons and some wicked times where they don't care what they do to you. A lot of our men are in a livestock status where they aren't even considered men. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? They're not considered a man. They're considered a boy. They're considered nothing, not having value. And I'm looking at this and I say, man, it's so broke here. How can he not be considered as of value? But a lot of times that's the case. A lot of our young women, they're not considered of value. You got a husband, but you got men that you don't even like coming in and taking you out of your rightful place with your husband. And they're not talking about this. You have a husband. This is my husband. I'm married to this man. This is not my boyfriend. Now, some of y'all are dating and having boyfriends, and they're using you as livestock. They're using you for their lifestyle of hoism. They're using you for ungodliness and stuff like that. I can't tell you how many times I listen to these two women, and they're like twins or whatever the case may be, and they do these testimonies with these women who are talking about how They were dating certain men. Some of them was dating African men. Some of them was dating certain guys. And these guys only wanted them around to use them for whoreism. Some of the women say, I didn't even know I was being used for whoreism. I thought I was his old lady. I thought I was his woman. And I came to wake up to find that I was being used for whoreism. I was being used for rituals that I didn't consent to. My innocence was being stolen from me. I didn't consent to certain stuff. We have to really be careful, because in this season, we're going to go through so many different things that we're not prepared for. You understand what I'm saying? And this is benediction season. This is where you get that benediction. Okay, I have some things that I had issues with that I no longer want to have issues with. I have things that have plagued me that I no longer want to be plagued with. This is that season of benediction where we're sitting up here, we're saying either you're going to marry to God or you're going to marry to Satan and stuff like that. I have to tell my daughter constantly, I say, baby, let me tell you something. These men don't care for you. She looking at me like, Mom, I ain't really want no dude. I'm on point. I'm more that myself. She's real high. My daughter's is kind of fancy. But at the same time, I gotta still tell them a dude will throw you as livestock. Give him a few minutes alone with you. He'll take you out your mind, blank you out, and you sit up there and you'll be his wife the next day. You have to be careful who you entertain. That's part of the reason why when you were sitting up there and your parents told you if you're going out on a date, you got to go out on a date with a bunch of people. Because guess what? They wanted you with all of them so that you don't fall livestock. But now we sit up there, we send you out with a bunch of people, and all of y'all be sitting up there livestock right there together. So we can't send you out at all. But we're telling you this for a reason. The devil is busy in this season. This season here, where they talking about COVID, they talking about all this stuff, and it's gonna be a long night. That's this sweet kiss goodbye, sweet kiss good night, whatever the case may be. Let me be real with you. This is war season. Put your armors on. Some of them sitting up there, they got their army uniform on, sitting up there talking about they fighting for hoism. If you ain't fighting for God, I already know you ain't living. They talking about they sitting up there, they doing this, they doing that. Oh, I'm turned up in this season. I'm hype mode, and stuff like that. A lot of our young girls are gonna get lost in this season. Guess what? They get planted. This is planting season. If you're not doing good, you're not gonna be planted in good soil. You're gonna be planted against amongst these weeds and thorns. And guess what? They hateful. They hate to see you have. They hate to see you grow. They hate to see you do anything more than them. They hate to see you eat. They get mad to see you even eat. That's why they try to sit up there and they try to poison your body, because guess what? Your body ain't even nothing like theirs. Your body on a whole nother level. God bless that body. And if you think that you one of them, let me be clear to you. You're not. I don't care how many oaths and rituals you take. Boy, you was created like God made you. Girl, you was created the way God made you. God created you. So therefore, no matter how much you try to get along with these type of people, you never can. It's always going to be some drama. It's always going to be some confusion. It's always going to be something. Why is it always something? Because you don't belong to them. You ain't even like them. And they know it. When they look at you, they get mad. They be like, and you be like, what you mad with me for? Why are you so angry with me? Why is you hating on me? Why is you doing all this stuff against me? I ain't got no problems with you. We ain't beefing. You in a beef battle and you ain't even had beef. Why is that going like that? Let me tell you why it's going like that. That's your grandmama. People who didn't like her grandkids. And so since they people beef with your grandmama, they doing generational beefs, but you ain't know nothing about the beef. So here you are in another generation sitting up there dealing with some old generation mess. That's you now dealing with beef that as a child you probably fought somebody, and now y'all grown and we still beefing, but you ain't even know you beefing with them. But we grown now. What childhood foolishness? But it's generational. Because guess what? They sit up here, and I'm gonna be real with you how flamboyant the enemy is. The enemy tell you, say, I can't even lose to you. I can't lose to you. You sitting up there, you don't care whether you win or lose. But the enemy's so bold to tell you, I can't lose to you. But you don't care if you win or lose. What's wrong with you? Wake up. You're a child of God. Every word that's in that Bible, you got to try to get it. We got to get it. We got to try to live it. We got to try to breathe it. We got to try to do it. Because guess what? The enemy ain't sitting up there saying, oh, it's cool, whatever. The enemy's sitting up there waiting until you get destroyed. The enemy happy you don't go toe to toe with them, because guess what? That means that they can do you however they want to do you. You like, all I do is mind my business. I ain't got time for these people. I ain't got time for this. I'm focused on me. I'm doing me. My hair done, my nails done. I'm doing me. And guess what? The whole time, the enemy sitting up there watching your hair done, your nails done, want to pop them off, want to pull your hair, want to do all kinds of stuff against you. A lot of y'all in relationships with men and women that don't even like you. You could tell when you're having sex with them that they don't like you. Think about their touch. Think about what they're doing to you sexually. Think about all this. And let me be real with you. Someone compelled to even be with you sexually, because to be totally honest with you, our body sometimes stinks without us even knowing. We thinking we taking showers and we're not taking showers. Smelling fishy. They're not telling you the whole story. You blacked out. You don't went through a whole shower routine and you still smelling fishy. Some of you dudes went through a whole shower routine and you still smell pissy. And they're not gonna tell you this type of stuff. They're not breaking it down to you to tell you, look, your enemy is doing this to you. Your enemy is COVID. They've been reigning over you. They done had positions over you for years. Our kids going to school. They're not being told, look, boy, you better learn all that you can so you can compete against them. So you can compete against the enemy. Our daughters, girl, you better learn all you can. You better not even play in them books so that they can compete against the enemy. And guess what? What makes it even worse, because we out of alignment with God as parents, I can't tell you, I had to raise 3 children. Actually, let me be real with you. All my kids out of alignment. I was so out of alignment. I was so foul with all my kids. I don't even believe I raised them. Somebody else had to raise them, because I couldn't have raised them the right way. I was foul. Why? Because I'm out of alignment with God. I'm not doing what the word of God say. I don't care how many times I take you to McDonald's. I don't care how many times you ride your bike and you happy. I don't care how many times that we do this happy birthday, clap our hands, song, and say happy birthday. I'm going to be real with you. I did not impart the type of wisdom that you're going to need to go up against these enemies we got. Hopefully you listen to these YouTube and clap back with them. I'm going to be real with you, because it's hard to guide them. I got your best interest at heart, but it's hard to guide you when you sitting up here and you looking at all the demons that I have, that, and all the things that I didn't do that was parental, all the things that I didn't do that I was supposed to do, all the different things that I was trying to do. You could even look at the fact, man, I was going to work every day to take care of you, but I didn't have time for you because I was too busy slaving for you. So I couldn't tell you certain stuff. So that game got played on you because I couldn't tell you certain stuff. And I know you feeling resentment for that, because I should have been able to sit there and tell you that. But I'm sorry, I could not even tell you that. I couldn't put you up on G Game because I was too busy working, trying to make a way for us. I couldn't put you up on G Game because I was too busy doing other things. But I pray that you'll listen to me now. But at the same time, you the same way I was when I was working. I ain't got time for that. I'm trying to do me. I'm trying to provide for myself. But while you're providing for yourself, can I get 5 minutes from you? No, I'm busy. I don't want to hear that. And that's the sad part about it. You guys, listen to me. Your parents, real parents, always mean you well. You can spot your enemy from a mile away because a real parent gonna try to tell you the best thing that they could tell you. Try to keep you up on point. Because guess what? You're their next generation. You're their next chance, man. You my chance, man. I lost a couple. Man, I lost some. Some of them add one, but I lost a whole bunch of ones. I lost a whole bunch of challenges. I'm not trying to have you lose challenges. I'm not trying to have you go through that. I'm not trying to have you puppeteer. I'm not trying to have you demonically possessed. I'm not trying to have somebody rule over you. So as your parent, I'm going to try to give you the best advice I can possibly give you. As a person, I'm going to try to give you the best advice I can possibly give you. Because to be totally honest with you, I believe that all of us are children of God. And if I don't give you G-Game, nobody else is going to give you G-Game. So I sit up here on YouTube and I sit up here and I minister. I sit up here and I tell you my testimony, man. This is my testimony. This is my soul. This is what I really live. This is what's really happening to me. I'm going through seasons where I'm feeling cursed. These supposed to be my blessed seasons, but in my blessed seasons, I'm feeling like they my worst seasons. Feeling cursed. I'm getting messages from God though. But guess what? I had to wake up to the fact that I did not, when it was time to sit up there and choose God, I didn't choose God. So I was planted amongst the thorns that cuts as I grow. I'm trying to grow, but I'm planted amongst these thorns. I'm planted amongst the weeds, and being planted amongst the weed sits up there and like to steal nutrition because I didn't choose God early enough. I'm planted in a place where the birds actually devour me and eat me whole. And ain't no telling where I might end up. I'm planted in places where I'm falling on rocks, and these rocks don't move. And there is no earth in a rock, because a rock, if I'm sitting up here and I'm amongst nothing but statues who can't minister to me, can't impart anything in me, but I'm planted amongst them, no matter how much they are the children of Abraham, and no matter how much God can bring them to life, I have nothing. I have nothing. Because I'm planted amongst the rocks. And the rocks can't minister to me because they're going through certain tasks and certain things where they can't move. They can't sit up and impart what they have into me. They can't give me wisdom. They can't give me knowledge. They can't give me what I need to actually be bountiful at this point. But they have it. That's that they the key. They got it. But I gotta find a way to tap into it. So I'm planted in hard soils. I'm planted in hard places where things are not likely to grow. And if I don't stick with God, I'll never see me turn into a tree amongst the rocks. So here I am, I'm springing forth. And guess what? I'm amongst the rocks. I'm amongst the hardest of the hardcore. And God's saying, okay, I'm gonna bring life to you or whatever, but you gotta stay faithful and you gotta stay strong and you gotta sit up here and you gotta do what you gotta do. But that's easy to say when you ain't going through nothing. But because of where I'm planted at, and I'm planted in harsh terrain, and I ain't up amongst that good soil that sit up there, oh girl, we finna pray you back to life. We finna sit up here, we finna do a revival. One of us is lost. We doing a revival for that one, girl. We finna sit up here, we finna bring God back. I'm not planted amongst that. I'm planted amongst that street life. I'm planted amongst the things that are of God, but have no recognition or acknowledgement that they are God. They are of God, They have no acknowledgement of God. All their godliness has been wiped away from them. They have been told that they are homosexuals. They have been told that they are unworthy. They have been told that they're unfit. These are the pariahs that I'm amongst. Have you ever been amongst a pariah? That which is chosen to be great, but exiled. I'm amongst the pariahs. I'm amongst that which is chosen to be great, predestined for greatness, but exiled. Them lone wolves. I'm amongst the cheetahs. I'm amongst the predators. You name it, it's out there. And they got packs. I'm amongst all of that. And there is still an expectation that I must grow despite these odds, or I might end up cursed like the fig tree. I can't say to God, I had took my talent and I dug it into the earth and I didn't take it to the merchant. And I didn't try to sit up there and I didn't try to minister to them. I didn't try to show them that I can do music. I didn't try to show them that I can act. I didn't try to show them none of that stuff that I am actually capable of doing. I did not write one script. I did not do this. I did not do that. I did not educate myself. I did not try to become a doctor. I did not try to become a lawyer. I did not try to become a teacher. I did not try to become a preacher. I did not do nothing to bring forth a harvest. God will curse me and tell me to die. I will sit up there and I actually become a rock because I will be dead. This is why I must bring forth a harvest. This is why I must bring forth a blessing, even in my curse season, because I will have no season no more. But knowing God said, I'm going to sit up here and I'm going to make it where you reap a harvest. When you didn't even sow any. That's God I serve. The God I serve says, you know what? I know that you can sing. I know you do all that you can to sing. I know you do all this different stuff. I'm going to sit up there. I'm going to send some producers to you. I'm going to send all this stuff. I'm going to sit up here and I'm going to bless your YouTube. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. People are going to know you for your art and stuff like that. Just continue to do what you do. Sow small seeds and watch God bless. But people, if you take nothing else from what I just told you, do what you can do and pray to God that He fulfills the rest, because it is hard amongst the souls that we have fallen into, amongst the places that we have fallen on. Hopefully these words encourage you. Stay blessed.